Have you ever found yourself awake in the middle of the night between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. without any reason? No alarm, no sudden noise, just you, lying there, fully conscious, while the world outside remains silent. Some might dismiss it as mere restlessness, the result of stress or an overactive mind. But what if there's something more? What if this moment isn't just chance, but a subtle call, a doorway to something beyond the ordinary? This hour, this quiet, almost sacred, times, not random. It is often seen as a threshold, a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, where the unseen world feels closer, where time itself seems to slow down. If you've ever woken up during these hours, you are faced with a choice. Ignore it and drift back to sleep, or embrace the moment and seek its meaning. For centuries, this time of night has been regarded as a powerful window for spiritual connection. In a world that never stops moving, where distractions are constant, the stillness of these early hours offers something rare. Clarity. When the noise of the day fades away, the mind and soul become more attuned to the whispers that are usually drowned out. If this message is resonating with you, take a moment to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever experienced this deep pull towards something greater? I'd love to hear your perspective. Ancient texts speak of seekers who used the darkness of night for prayer, reflection, and revelation. It was in these solitary moments that visions appeared, guidance was received, and people found the answers they longed for. Across cultures and beliefs, this period has been recognized as a time when the supernatural is most active, when the veil between worlds is thinner, when intuition and insight flourish. So why do so many people find themselves waking up at this precise hour? Could it be that something deep within is trying to be heard? When all distractions disappear, buried emotions, unresolved questions, and forgotten dreams begin to resurface, the burdens carried throughout the day become clearer, and in the quiet, the truth reveals itself. Most, when faced with this unexplained awakening, do one of two things. They fight to return to sleep, or they reach for their phone, numbing the moment with endless scrolling. But what if, instead of avoiding this stillness, you leaned into it? What if this interruption was not a disruption, but a gift? There is something about this hour that demands attention. It is a time when thoughts sharpen, when the spirit is most receptive. It is during these moments that lost memories return, creative inspiration strikes, and long-ignored desires emerge. Some find themselves recalling forgotten dreams, others feel the urge to make things right, and some experience an overwhelming sense of purpose. This is not an accident. This is an opportunity. The question is, what will you do with it? As the world sleeps and distractions fade away, the mind is free to engage with what truly matters. But beyond mere thoughts and reflections, something even deeper stirs. The heart speaks in ways it never does during the rush of the day. In this stillness, an undeniable pull emerges, an awareness that life is more than routines, more than what has already been seen and understood. In these moments, people find themselves face to face with their truest selves. No masks, no distractions, just the raw, unfiltered reality of their spirit. Some awaken with an inexplicable urgency, a pressing weight in their chest, a silent whisper calling them to action. Perhaps a name surfaces, someone long forgotten, yet suddenly impossible to ignore. It may be a long-delayed decision, one they have avoided, but can no longer escape. Or maybe it is an overwhelming gratitude and awareness of life's fragile beauty, of second chances, of the simple yet profound realization that they are still here. Others, however, wake up with fear. In the silence, anxieties grow louder, past mistakes feel heavier, and uncertainties about the future loom larger. The worries they pushed aside during the day return with intensity, demanding to be acknowledged. Yet, even in the face of these emotions, an opportunity presents itself, an invitation to release the burdens, to trade fear for faith, doubt for trust, chaos for peace. This moment is not just about waking up physically, it is about awakening on a deeper level. It is a reminder that life is not just a cycle of tasks, deadlines, and expectations. There is something greater unfolding. Something unseen, yet profoundly real. Some call it intuition, others believe it to be divine guidance. But regardless of the name, the truth remains the same. This is no random occurrence. Throughout history, the most profound insights, the deepest revelations, and the most life-altering decisions have been made in the quiet hours before dawn. In this stillness, clarity emerges for those who feel lost. Battles have been fought not with weapons, but with surrender, reflection, and the unwavering determination to walk a new path. It is in these moments that lives are changed. So, if you wake in the depths of night, do not dismiss it. Do not silence the call. Instead, pause, listen, search within yourself. You may discover that this moment is not a disturbance, it is an awakening. Step 2. Aligning with purpose. Purpose is not something that simply appears, waiting to be unwrapped like a neatly packaged gift. It is not stumbled upon by chance. Purpose is something we grow into, something discovered through trials, uncertainty, moments of enlightenment, and seasons of doubt. Deep within every person lies a seed in a calling, a reason for being, a path uniquely meant to be walked. Some recognize it early, embracing it without hesitation. Others spend years, even decades, searching, and some, despite feeling its pull, resist, fearing what it might demand of them. Yet one truth remains unshaken: true fulfillment, lasting peace, can only be found when we align ourselves with the purpose we were meant to live. The world around us constantly tugs in countless directions. Expectations, responsibilities, distractions acting as a force, shaping decisions, influencing choices, dictating the course of our lives. From childhood, we are given a framework, told what success should look like, which dreams are realistic, which paths are worth pursuing. And so, many go through life not in tune with their authentic purpose, but molded by the expectations of others. They settle into jobs that drain them, chase achievements that feel empty, and pursue a version of success that does not fulfill them. They spend years climbing ladders only to realize they were leaning against the wrong walls. And yet, through all the noise, there remains a quiet whisper, persistent, unyielding. It speaks in moments of stillness, in dissatisfaction, in restlessness. It surfaces in the early hours of the morning, in those moments when the soul feels out of sync, urging us to listen, to pay attention, to acknowledge the undeniable truth that something is missing. And in that moment, we are given a choice. We can silence the voice, continue along the well-worn path, and follow the road of least resistance. Or we can pause, we can listen. We can begin the journey toward the life we were always meant to live. Aligning with purpose is not about following a rigid, predetermined script. It is about embracing the deepest truths of who we are. It requires letting go of false identities, breaking free from the expectations that have defined us, and shedding the roles we have played to fit into a world that may not understand our calling. It means asking difficult questions. Why am I here? What was I created to do? What ignites a fire within me that nothing else does? Many avoid these questions, not because they lack answers, but because they fear them. Because purpose, once acknowledged, demands something in return. Purpose requires growth. It requires change. It requires courage. The moment we step toward it, resistance will follow: internal doubts, external challenges, the skepticism of others. Some may not understand, some may discourage, some may even try to convince us to turn back. But purpose is not about seeking approval. It is about fulfilling the call placed within us. There are those who have known their purpose for years, yet buried it beneath fear, beneath excuses, beneath the false belief that they are not ready, not capable, not worthy. But here is the truth. Purpose does not wait for readiness. It only asks for willingness. It begins with a single step, then another, even when the path is uncertain. Trusting in purpose means believing that what has been placed within us is not random, that the abilities we possess are meant to be shared, that the aspirations stirring in our hearts were placed there for a reason. Purpose is not always found in grand achievements or world-altering missions. Sometimes it is woven into the smallest moments, the way we show up for others, the kindness we extend, the love we pour into the world, the lives we quietly impact without even realizing it. True purpose is about alignment. It is not just about what we do, but about who we are at our core. It is about living in harmony with the deeper calling within us, standing firmly in our truth, and walking a path that reflects our value. When we align with purpose, everything shifts. Suddenly, struggles do not seem pointless. Pain no longer feels meaningless. Even the hardest moments in life reveal themselves to be part of a greater design. Because purpose does not remove challenges, but it gives them meaning. It transforms hardships into wisdom, failures into stepping stones, and setbacks into preparation for something greater. It reshapes our perspective, showing us that nothing has been wasted, that even our greatest trials have led us to where we are meant to be. But to fully embrace purpose, we must release everything that holds us back. We must let go of fear, the fear of failure, of rejection, of the unknown. We must silence the voices that tell us we are not enough, not capable, not ready. We must free ourselves from the need for approval, from the desire for certainty, from the belief that we must have every answer before we take the first step. Because purpose does not come with a detailed roadmap. It comes with faith. It comes with the willingness to trust that when we take a single step in the right direction, the next will become clear. Purpose is not just about what we do, it is about who we become in the process. It is about waking up each day with a deep sense of direction, with a fire inside that no circumstance can extinguish. It is about moving forward with confidence, knowing that we are not here by accident, that our existence has intention, that our presence in this world matters. So when that quiet voice within refuses to be silenced, when something deep inside tells you there is more, listen, because purpose is waiting, alignment is possible, and the life you were meant to live is far closer than you realize. Step 3. Taking action toward transformation. Transformation is a powerful word. It is not just about superficial change, it is about deep personal evolution, a shift that alters not just what we do, but who we are. It is about growth, renewal, and stepping into the person we were always meant to be. But transformation is not a final destination. It is a continuous journey, and it does not happen by chance. It requires conscious effort, a series of intentional steps that move us from where we are to where we are destined to be. The truth is, change is rarely easy. It demands sacrifice. It requires discipline. It calls for the courage to step beyond what is familiar, to break free from the comfort of the known, in order to embrace the possibilities of the unknown. Yet, despite the difficulty, transformation is always within reach for those willing to take the first step. The key to transformation lies in one simple truth. Action is required. We can think about change, we can imagine it, we can wish for it. But until we take deliberate action, nothing will shift. The first and most crucial step in transformation is making the decision to change. Change does not happen by accident. It begins the moment you decide that staying where you are is no longer an option. It starts when you take an honest look at your life and acknowledge that something must shift. Maybe it's your way of thinking. Maybe it's the habits you've formed. the relationships you hold on to, the career you're in, or the way you care for your body. Transformation begins with a single step, and being part of a community that supports growth makes all the difference. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below. What part of this journey speaks to you the most? Whatever the area, transformation starts with a single, powerful choice to no longer accept what is holding you back. For some, this decision is triggered by a defining momentary event that shakes them, a failure that forces them to reevaluate, or a painful experience that serves as a wake-up call. For others, the realization comes more gradually, a growing sense of dissatisfaction, an unshakable feeling that life has more to offer. Regardless of how it happens, the decision to change is always the first step. It is the point at which you acknowledge your potential, recognize your worth, and commit to stepping into a new version of yourself. But making the decision is not enough. The next step is often the most difficult, taking full responsibility for your life. We live in a world that encourages blame. It's easy to point to external factors, circumstances, past experiences, other people as reasons why we are stuck. But true transformation begins when we stop looking outward for excuses and start looking inward for solutions. Because the truth is, we are the architects of our own lives. No one else has the power to define our future unless we allow them to. Taking responsibility is not about guilt or shame. It is about empowerment. It is the realization that no matter what has happened in the past, no matter how challenging the road ahead may seem, we have the power to choose what happens next. The moment you stop waiting for circumstances to change and start owning your choices, you take back control. You become the author of your own story, realizing that the next chapter is yours to write. But transformation requires more than just action, it requires direction. Without a clear vision, it is easy to wander aimlessly, unsure of where you are going. As the saying goes, if you have no destination in mind, any road will take you there. True transformation demands focus, a sense of purpose, and a vision that guides each step. Your vision is more than just a goal, it is a reflection of the person you are becoming. It is the version of yourself who has conquered fear, overcome challenges, and broken through barriers that once seemed impossible. It is the person who walks confidently in alignment with their purpose, who inspires through action, who lives not by chance but by choice. A clear vision acts as a compass, helping you navigate the inevitable challenges ahead. Because transformation is not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. A clear vision of who you are becoming is more than just motivation. It is the foundation that keeps you moving forward when doubt creeps in, when challenges arise, when progress feels slow, when the temptation to give up feels overwhelming. It is your vision that will remind you why you started. But vision alone is not enough. It must be followed by action. Transformation does not happen overnight, nor does it unfold simply by wishing for it. It requires a deliberate, well-structured plan that bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Without a plan, even the strongest vision can fade into frustration and inaction. A structured plan creates order out of uncertainty. It takes the overwhelming idea of transformation and breaks it into manageable, achievable steps. Instead of focusing on how far you have to go, a plan allows you to focus on the next step right in front of you. If your transformation is focused on health, your plan should include intentional changes, adjustments in your diet, your movement, your mindset. If your goal is career growth, your plan should outline the necessary steps, developing skills, expanding your network, and gaining experience in your desired field. Whatever the destination, the path must be built one step at a time. Once a plan is in motion, consistency becomes the driving force. Transformation is not a sudden event. is a slow, steady process that requires commitment long after the excitement of starting has faded. It is not a sprint but a marathon, requiring daily effort even when progress feels invisible. It is easy to lose motivation when the results do not come immediately. But the truth is, real change takes time. Consistency is not about being perfect, it is about showing up day after day, regardless of setbacks. Small, repeated efforts may feel insignificant in the moment, but over time, they accumulate into powerful transformation. One small habit, practiced consistently, can shift the course of an entire life. But as with any meaningful change, resistance will appear. Resistance comes in many forms: fear, doubt, procrastination, the pull of old habits. The version of yourself that you are leaving behind will try to hold on, urging you back into comfort, back into what is familiar. The temptation to quit, to retreat to the safety of what is known, will be strong. But these moments are where true transformation takes place. Growth happens in the struggle. Strength is built in the push against resistance. The moments when you feel like giving up are the very moments that shape your resilience, your determination, and your character. When resistance shows up, remind yourself why you started. Reconnect with your purpose. Return to your vision. Remind yourself that the journey is worth it. Because the truth is, nothing truly valuable comes easily. Transformation is challenging, but it is also the most rewarding journey you will ever embark on. And alongside consistency and resilience, there is one more essential element to lasting transformation: self-reflection. As you progress through this journey, take time to reflect. Check in with yourself regularly. Ask the important questions. Am I moving closer to the vision I set for myself? What's working? What needs adjustment? Self-reflection is not just about looking back. It is about refining your path, ensuring that every step forward is intentional and aligned with your transformation. Reflection also allows you to recognize progress, which is crucial when challenges arise. When the road feels long, looking back at how far you've come can reignite motivation and remind you why you started in the first place. But beyond reflection, true transformation requires something even more difficult: embracing discomfort. Growth does not happen within the safety of what is familiar. The person you are today was shaped by your comfort zones, your routines, your beliefs, your habits. But the person you are becoming requires you to step beyond what is safe, to push past the limits you once accepted as unchangeable. This means facing fear head-on. It means taking risks, trying new things, allowing yourself to be challenged. Discomfort is not the enemy, it is the sign that you are stepping into new territory, stretching beyond what you once thought possible. It is in those moments when you feel uncertain, when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers that you should turn back, that real transformation happens. And just as discomfort is necessary, so is patience. One of the biggest reasons people give up is because they expect instant results. They want transformation to happen overnight. When they don't see immediate change, frustration sets in, and doubt convinces them to quit. But true transformation takes time. It is a slow, steady process of becoming. Change is not something that happens in a moment, it is something that builds over time. The small, seemingly insignificant steps you take today will one day add up to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Trust the process. Even when the results are not yet visible, even when it feels like nothing is shifting, keep going. Every step forward, no matter how small, is leading you toward the person you were meant to become. Transformation is more than just reaching a goal. It is a profound journey of self-discovery, growth, and change. It is not easy, but it is worth every effort. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of resistance is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. And as you continue, you will come to realize something important. This journey was never just about changing what you do. it was always about changing who you are. Because transformation is not a single event. It is not something you achieve once and then leave behind. It is a lifelong commitment. From the moment you choose to change, to the point where you take full responsibility for your life, every decision you make, every habit you build, every challenge you overcome is shaping your future. Having a clear vision and a structured plan is essential. But without action, even the best plans remain just that, plans. Growth happens when we take daily, intentional steps forward. Each of us holds the power to create lasting change in our lives. But it requires more than wishing for something better. It demands the courage to step into the unknown, the discipline to keep going when things get hard, and the resilience to rise every time we fall. The power of transformation is in your hand. By making the decision to change, by owning your path, by defining your purpose, and by moving forward with deliberate action, you create the future you once only dreamed of. It is not about perfection. It is about progress. Every step taken in the direction of your vision brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. And with every step, you move toward a life filled with meaning, fulfillment, and purpose. Your journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. Keep moving forward. Stay committed to your transformation, and remember, every step matters. If you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what part resonated most with you. Let's continue this journey together.